All right, we're gonna make a snow pushing video today. This is what we got going on. I've already hand shoveled the edges. It's not a lot of snow, a lot of ice. It rained for quite a bit, so actually it's snowing right now again. Fun. What we got going on is we got the Warren ProVantage system. Got the Moto Alliance roller there, Moto Alliance winch. Yeah, I got lockouts on here. Oh, that was loose. Don't recommend you do this unless you know exactly where you're plowing, because if you hit something solid, it's gonna be bad news for you. We're gonna try the wrist strap on the, let's get this thing going. Here we go. Wish me the best luck. Oop. Helps you put it in gear. I plow really slow because I got that blade lockout on. The camera might be shaking. I don't know if that mounts together. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit brutal. I think that camera is just bouncing like a bad habit. We'll do one more pass and I may end up I guess hold it in my hand. Right out here is gravel. I'm just gonna pile it up. I feel like that shaking something horrible. All right, let's slide this out. Okay, I don't have my gloves on. Is there anywhere I can set this for a second without it completely collapsing? Ooh, that's risky. That's just balancing right there. So we're gonna film the rest of this. Just me holding the camera by hand, operating one hand. It's gonna be an adventure, kids. All right, so we got down, no power steering. I need to close the garage door. Temporary garage door operator. So I did drive over some of this, so I got some pretty packed down, hard to deal with areas, and we'll see how she does. I've had pretty good luck with this setup. I do have to plow slow though, like I said, because I got that blade locked out. I tried it the first year without the blade lockout, and this thing wouldn't do anything. It literally wouldn't push snow. It would just trip constantly. I mean, it was like to the point of like, what's the point? I mean, you couldn't any amount of snow at all. It would just, this whole thing would go donk. I tried to push dirt, useless. So yeah, there's some turnbuckles on there and just go slow. I wouldn't do this if I was like plowing strange areas that I wasn't familiar with. That'd be a great way just to destroy your machine. It's probably still a great way to destroy your machine, but you know, can't get a new one if you don't destroy the one you got. That's what I always say. So for some reason, it doesn't get a really good scrape when I tilt the blade this direction. You can see, I mean, I know it's got to do with angles and all that, but it struggles a little bit. So I'm gonna try to clear this out a few passes. And then I'm gonna go a little bit less angle. See if I can crash real quick into the building. Oh my God, just about did. We're gonna go at a little bit less angle here. I don't know if I'm bent or what my situation is. Hold please. There we go. I may have bent it pushing dirt, so I got that flatness off just a little tiny bit. But you know, whatever. I'll try to clean this up with this little windrow here. Got a small patch of gravel right there. Oh yeah, now it's snowing again. Perfect. I mean, whatever. Whatever. All right, let's try pushing some regular snow here. Just gonna make a swath down the middle. Just to be a renegade. Just to be contrary. It is easier if you use two hands. Now, some of you might be watching this thinking, what the hell is he doing? Sometimes I ask myself that too. So all the snow from this whole area has to leave this area and go past that building down there. Because there's a bank here, the building's there. I can't go this way with it. Everything drains out that way, so I got to push it all out. It's exceedingly, exceptionally challenging snow removal driveway. Most years I use a skid loader, to be honest with you. And it's still a challenge with a skid loader because of the distance and the amount of snow I have to move. And then, you know, I get down here, I can't put it on this side. I can't put it on that side because it's all bank. This is all a lower driveway. And then there's a cliff right there that goes down to a road. So I can only push so far that way. So like, depending on the season and how much snow we get, it gets real interesting. I mean, when I say interesting, I mean like real interesting. Just because you literally end up with no place to put anything. All right. You can tell it's not getting a good scrape on this angle. Oh, come on. I gotta do two hands. Oh, please. Come on. There we go. Back to straight. And unfortunately, when you go straight, it spills out the sides because I don't have side containment. Whatever you call them. We'll go ahead and push down. Now, I'm on gravel right now, but there's so much ice that it shouldn't be a problem. You can kind of see how I work it. Start raising. And a big raise. Not convenient. It's a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth, a lot of back and forth. the option is, I got the snow blower, but I really try not to run the snow blower on the gravel. That is a little hard on the old snow blower, So it's a lot of multiple passes. Just a lot. I mean, basically the blade only holds so much and then you're full. I mean, normally this is making all sorts of crazy rack, but we got so much ice the other day that it's actually, I'm just skimming across the top of the ice. There, I'm hitting some gravel a little bit. And I gotta roll up into this iceberg here, because that's solid Burma ice there. I suppose we could do, I might turn this into a two-parter. That's a whole nother ball of beans there, because like in front of that garage is a poured concrete slab, but there's a big V in it to control all the water, because all the water from the upper part of the property comes down past this building and goes right through there. There's multiple reasons that we had to do it that way. Partly the height of this established driveway, partly the height of the ground there, and to get the if I would have raised the building up to match everything perfect, I would have had to like brought in so much fill. Building on fill is garbage. That's built on essentially native soil, as native as I can understand it to be. Because this is all chopped out of a hill, this property. So we decided to just put a kink in the driveway there, and it's working out pretty good. It controls the water. It's actually kind of cool for loading the truck, because you can like take advantage of the angles and get the tailgate a little bit lower. I know it doesn't show up on video, but yeah, no, it's quite a pitch through there. But removing snow from it is extremely challenging, because you can't just put a plow on it and just hit go, because it doesn't work. Here we go. Start raising. For anyone who thinks, oh man, old elf shelves, sure does got it made. Yeah, well, a lot of work keeping it made. I got news for you. I'm hitting those packed tire tracks right now. Now, once I get the majority of this moved, I'll start doing like I won't worry about these windrows. Once I get this all clear, I'll start doing a right to left with a pitch on the blade and start stair-stepping the snow down. But right now, I just got to get some of it moved. Like physically, got to move some of it. And the only way to do that is to actually physically move some of it. Start hitting some of that gravel. It's a lot of feathering of the winch. Some of you guys live where it doesn't snow. I mean, you're missing out on all this. How much fun does this look? I had to plow in the dark the other day. I got to use my spotlights. I got these spots up in the corners and 2 in the back that all fire off at the same time. The only problem is the alternator's so small in this thing, and the battery's so small, and the winch draws so much. Ew. Not optimal. We'll just put it that way. It was not optimal. Stop right there. This part I am going to get cleaned up here. Get all these little windrows taken care of. Because this part up here doesn't get any sunshine because of the building. That's the building. This is the north side facing this way, and south is that way. So it's a full shade, no sun situation, which makes for danger ice situations and all sorts of terrible, ungood things. Little side skirt on there would be nice, but I have to move it back and forth so much, it's not even really worth it. Just a lot of repetition. Now part of me thinks I should shut this video off, but part of me also thinks, based on the videos that I watch, this is fascinating for people. I mean, I've watched a lot of snowplow videos. A lot of times I thought, why'd they stop videotaping? Why'd they do that? We're take this one all the way down. Just to move a little more. Start hitting some of that gravel. Bring it up a little bit. And raise. Ooh, see right there I caught. You see the blade get a little crooked? Caught that snowbank right there. Now normally, depending on the season, this is normally plenty wide here. I mean, you could park car. Well, that berm's gonna start coming out this way, and especially with this snowplow, I can't lift snow. Now, if we get a lot of snow, even with a skid loader, that usually ends up being about 6 foot high and comes out about 10 feet. Just a giant berm, and I keep one lane open. Because I mean, obviously you can see 2-car garage, 1 car, that's the width. Well, there's enough room to park a whole nother car over in that gravel strip next to the slab. Well, that'll all get filled, and I try to keep it open, but you know, this machine that I'm running right now is not that, this ain't gonna be moving any solid blocks of ice. I got news for you. And it just may end up being challenging. I mean, that's all I can say. This is the second season I've ran this thing, and last year we didn't hardly get any snow at all, so it was no problem. We've been getting pretty lucky this year. There's been crazy amounts of snow all around us, and we've basically been dodging it. You know, they're predicting 6 inches on this storm for us. What do I got here? 1.5 inches, 2 inches? I mean, it's still shitty, and I got to deal with it. It's icy and all that, but I think there's people just north of me that got a foot or more. So I try not to complain. Doesn't do a bit of good anyways. How'd you do? Oh yeah, starting to scrape pretty good. Now, I usually have to do a little bit of hand shoveling here at the end, because I always have this little windrow here I can't get rid of, but that's all right. Mainly I just want to get it scraped down. Now right there I'm going, that's all gravel. You can hear I'm hitting gravel right there. That's a nice little spot to put a smoker. Do a little push in here. That's all going to show out the right hand side because I'm still running straight blade, but you know, that's okay. Nice and slow. I'm gonna start scraping gravel here in a second. Start bringing it up. And a big rise. Alright. I'm gonna do one more pass and then I'm gonna shut this video off. I'm gonna do a second video of that down there. That's a much different type of a clean out. But yeah, I mean, it turned out pretty good. A little bit of over there I could mess with, but yep, we'll just do one more push here. See if I can get out nice and far. Just really scraping that ice, you can hear it. Even though I've got this pretty well cleared, I'm going to push some of that. So the V goes from about there diagonal down line right there. So everything that way will get shoved out, and then all this will get shoved out this way, and I'll remove it. So we're going to make a second video on that. I think this one's gone long enough. I mean, 20 minutes of snow plowing. Either that just made your day or you're super bummed out. But yeah, good little unit. Let's see if we can fire these lights on. You can see those. I mean, they're bright. I got them adjusted so they don't shoot the same spot. Same with back here. So like I got these widened out, so I got two ways I can do it. I can either back into an issue that I need light, and this gives full spectrum out the rear where the center lines cross a little bit. And then on the front, I aimed them. This one's aimed more down for primary, and that's more of a flood going out. And it's daylight, you know, that puts the daylight out there. I mean, I got the regulars, but I mean, those little things. Weak. But yeah, it moves snow. I mean, it's not a skid loader, but it does the job. I don't run it on, I reserve the lock differential for oh shit. So I run it in 4-wheel low, unlocked rear. That way, if I get in trouble, I still got one more card up my sleeve. So let's turn around and get a little elf shell shot. Oh, just about dropped her. There we go. Snow plowing with the Mule 2023. Stay safe.